everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sophia. So one of the requested videos that I've had for sewing and repair sort of style videos is how to reinforce a crotch seam, and especially a crotch seam in lightweight trousers. So I'm going to show you a technique that you can do on a brand new pair of trousers that you're making, like a few little tips that you can do to reinforce that seam. But I just thought first, if you have a pair of lightweight trousers that needs a repair in the crotch, I will link a video now of the video that I did last week on repairing a crotch seam in a pair of jeans that I had. But it is slightly different if you have a really thin, lightweight pair of trousers. I would still use the same technique, but you need to make sure that the fabric that you're using to reinforce it is also a little bit lightweight with that movement, because what you don't want to do is use a really stable sort of firm fabric behind your lightweight trousers, because where the repair is, you're not going to have the flow and the movement there. So it's important to sort of use a stable fabric like a lightweight cotton, like a quilting cotton, that has a bit of stability. It's not going to stretch or warp, but it's not so thick that it's going to be really obvious. Whereas in my jeans I used like a cotton canvas, so it was, you know, quite heavy duty, and it means that it's not going to, with rub and wear and tear, the cotton canvas or sturdy fabric, especially on denim, isn't going to wear down. But on a lightweight pair of trousers, I do think that the wear can be slightly more obvious because the fabric isn't as stable. So definitely go check that video out if you want to repair a seam. I would also say that you could, if it's like a tiny rip or repair near a seam, you can bring in the seam a little bit, but just remember that the more you bring it in, the more it's going to completely change the shape of your trousers. So lightweight trousers can be a little bit more difficult to repair, but the basic repair would be the same as the linked denim repair video, but matching the fabric to something a little bit more lightweight so that it doesn't look stiff and obvious from the outside. So if we're making a brand new pair of trousers, when you sew that crotch seam, I am using a very weird example, but I've basically got two pieces of fabric here cut in this semicircle, and you're going to have to use your imaginations for me to think that this is the crotch seam. So most of the time we will sort of have our leg together. Well, there's two ways of doing it. Either you'll have your two legs together and you slot one inside the other, right sides together, and then you sew all the way around the crotch like that. Or the other way is you have your pieces flat and then you're sort of sewing the inner legs in one together, and you've already sewn the front and back crotch. But both techniques, it doesn't matter. It's what I'm going to tell you on the machine that's the important part. So tip number one is, if you've got a very basic manual machine, you're going to sew once all the way around and then you're going to go over it again, so that you have two lines of stitching on top of each other in the crotch. Now this just means that the thread is going to hold it together more. You don't need to change the thread. You can still use like polyester or cotton sew-all thread, but it's just going to mean that that's a little bit stronger in the crotch seam if you've got your two lines of thread on top of each other. Now if you have a computerized machine, you might have a triple stitch option. Now that means that it goes forward, back, forward, next stitch, forward, back, forward, next stitch, forward, back, forward, next stitch. So essentially you've got 3 stitches on top of each other all the way down. It does take longer, but it means that you've got, you know, 3 layers of stitching in the crotch seam. So again, making it a lot stronger and more stable. Now I will say that fitting trousers, the crotch seam, you have to remember, is the bit that takes the most force and has the most wear, because you're standing up, you're sitting down, you're moving, you're walking, you know, you might sit in a chair and then slump in the chair and then sit back up again. So that crotch seam has always got a lot of movement and a lot of force going through it. So if you have a pair of really beautiful, say silk or viscose trousers that you're making, don't make them so tight around your crotch that you can't sit down in them, because even if you do this reinforced stitching, the stitching is going to be super strong, but the lightweight fabric moving around those stitches isn't going to be that strong. So you might find it sort of rips away from the stitching, which is actually quite common in a lot of repair jobs, but it's going to happen a lot sooner if you've got a really light silky fabric against reinforced stitching. So the stitching really does help, but the fitting is really important. So you might, if you've ever made a pair of trousers before, in the pattern it might say to check the fit of the crotch seam, do it, measure yourself standing up and sitting down, and that is really, really important. And once you're making the trousers, once you get sort of halfway through and you're sort of joining things together, base stitch the crotch seam together, and then wear them standing and look in the mirror and be like, okay, that looks good, and then sit down in them and make sure that they're not going to be super tight, because if they are going to be super tight when you sit down, that crotch seam is going to take a lot of force every time you sit down, so you're going to get more wear and it's going to be more open to ripping, and we don't want to rip our crotch seams because that's embarrassing, especially when we're out and about. So that's just something to note about trouser fitting, is just make sure that the crotch seam fits you, which is why I do recommend with a lot of trousers, make a toile first so that you can like try it on, sit down, stand up, make sure that you're happy, and then you can make it in your real thing. That was a lot of talking. Let's get to the machine and I can show you what this triple stitch looks like. Okay, so just to show you on my machine, my triple stitch is this one, so it should look something like this. Now don't worry, it's not 3 stitches next to each other, it is 3 on top of each other, but obviously they can't show you that in a diagram. So I'm going to choose this stitch here, and if you've got it on your machine, great, use that. If not, use your normal stitch and then do 2 rows on top of each other instead. So you can see how it's going forward and back and forward and back. It's almost like it's doing a reverse stitch on every stitch. And that's what it looks like when it's finished. So it's really strong, really sturdy, and it just means that it's a little bit stronger for where you wear your trousers in your crotch seam. So like I said, check the fabric that you're working with, check the fit, and then reinforce it by using either 2 lines of sewing directly on top of each other, or if you're lucky enough to have a triple stitch machine option, use that instead. Okay, and there we have it. That's how I reinforce my crotch seams on brand new pairs of trousers that I am making. So I hope you found this video useful, or it's giving you an idea of what you could do with your next project. And if you have any questions for me, make sure you comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because it means a lot that you want to follow my content. And I will see you again soon for another video. Happy handmade, everyone.